Hello my besties, TSMA here and welcome back to the official YouTube channel of the Sexy Music Assassins and welcome back to our vlog. Okay, today I want to dive into the ocean. It's too hot. No, I'm just kidding. I want to dive into a topic that I'm sure many of us have questioned at some point in our lives. Why doesn't prayer work? So it's a question that has left many feeling frustrated and confused, myself included. But fear not, my besties, because today we're going to explore the power and the purpose of prayer. Now, before we begin, okay, I want to make it clear that I am not an expert on this subject matter. I'm just a regular person on a journey, okay, of faith, trying to make sense of it all. So let's embark on this exploration together. So, besties, when we talk about prayer, okay, it is important, okay, to understand that it's not a magical formula. Prayer is a conversation with God, and it is a way for us to connect with Him and align our hearts with His will. It's about building this beautiful relationship rather than simply asking for things. So, to truly understand the nature of prayer, we can look at the example set by Jesus Himself, throughout the Gospels. Okay, we see Jesus praying fervently, seeking guidance and finding solace, okay, in His Father's presence. But even Jesus, okay, faced moments when His prayers seemed to go unanswered. So one such instance, okay, is when Jesus prayed in the Garden of Gethsemane just before His crucifixion. So He asked God to take away the cup of suffering, but ultimately surrendered, okay, to God's will. And He said, "Not my will, but yours be done." So this teaches us that prayer is not about getting what we want, but about surrendering our desires to God's greater plan. So why doesn't prayer always work in the way we expect, besties? There are a few factors to consider. Firstly, God's ways are higher than ours, and His thoughts are higher than our thoughts. We may not always, understand why certain things happen or why our prayers aren't answered in the way we want them to be. But we can always trust that God sees the bigger picture and knows what's best for us. Secondly, my bestest, prayer is not a one-sided conversation. It requires active participation, okay, from us. We need to align our hearts with God's will, seek His guidance, and be open to His leading. Sometimes the answers to our prayers may not come in the form we expect, but through a change, okay, in our own hearts and circumstances. So lastly, my bestest, prayer is not a transactional process. It's not about bargaining with God, okay, or trying to manipulate Him into giving us what we want. Prayer is about surrendering ourselves to God's will and trusting in His perfect timing. So it's about finding peace and comfort in His presence, my besties, even when our prayers seemed unanswered. So my besties, let's not lose hope, okay, when our prayers don't work. If our prayers don't work out the way we want them to, instead, let's embrace the power and the purpose of prayer as a means to deepen our relationship with God. Let's seek His will above our own and trust that He knows what's best for us. Remember, besties, prayer is not getting what we want, okay, but about aligning our hearts with God's will. It's about finding peace and strength in His presence, even in the midst of unanswered prayers. So let's continue to pray with faith, okay? Knowing that God hears us and is working all things together for our own good. Besties, thank you all so much for joining me today on this exploration of prayer. So I hope, okay, it has shed some light on this complex and often misunderstood topic. If you have any thoughts or experiences you would like to share with prayer, please share them in the comment section below. And as always, don't forget to like, okay, and hit that like button, share, subscribe to our channel for more discussions on faith and life. So until next time, God bless you all. Take care and keep praying.